Good day, everyone. I'm Sir R.J. Layson, your math tutor and guide on this exciting journey through the world of numbers. In this video, we will discuss all about measures of position for ungrouped data, part 2, the deciles. So we've already discussed what is the measures of position. So it is the measure by which the position of the data is determined through its value. So there are three ways to solve the measures of position. You can use the general method, the Mendenhall and Sinch's method, and the linear interpolation. But then we will focus here in the Mendenhall and Sinch's method and linear interpolation. For the deciles for ungrouped data, the median divides the data set into two equal parts. The quartile divides the data set into four equal parts. On the other hand, the deciles are the values that divide the data set into 10 equal parts. There are 9 deciles which are denoted by the d sub 1, d sub 2, d sub 3 until d sub 9. So we have here the 10 equal parts of the deciles. So you need to remember for the first decile to the fourth decile class here, so i-round up na to siya. For the d sub 5, don't worry because the value will be the exact the nth term. So the nth data. For the d sub 6 to d sub 9, so you need to round down. Again, to d sub 1 to d sub 4, round up. D sub 6 to D sub 9, round down. In the Mendenhall and Sinch's methods, it's the same in how to solve in the quartiles class. Given a data set with n numbers of the value, first we need to arrange the data set in ascending order. Then we need to find the position of the data set. So the formula for the deciles is D sub k is equals to k times n plus 1 over 10. Where your k is the where you to find the value of the position class, and the n is the total number of the data set. So example number, we have here example. Mr. Ling is an English teacher. He is interested in reading the speed of his students. The following are the number of words his students can read in 1 minute. So we have 50, 25, 23, 30, 42, 20, 13, 16, 16, 10, 12, 11, 11, 11, and 19. So find the third decile, the fifth decile, the seventh decile of the given data. So first, we need to arrange the data set in words read by the students in 1 minute in ascending order. So we have 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 13, 16, 16, 19, 20, 23, 25, 30, 42, 50. Next, we need to locate the position of our third decile using the formula d sub k is equals to k times n plus 1 over 10 and round up to the nearest integer. Since d sub 1 to d sub 4 round up, d sub 6 to d sub 9 is round down. Since there are 15 values of the data set, your Rn will be 15. So we have here d sub k is equals to k times n plus 1 over 10. That is 10 class. So we have d sub k is equals to k times n plus 1 over 10. Substitute the value, our values, our k is 3 and our n is 15. So we have 3 times 15 plus 1 over 10. So 15 plus 1, we have 16. So 3 times 16, we have 48. 48 divide 10, we have 4.8. The computed value is 4.8 becomes 5 after rounding up to the nearest integer. Next, now we need to find the value of d sub 3 in the data set. Since our d sub 3 or our third decile is the fifth data of the element, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our d sub 3 or our third decile is 12. Next, we need to find the d sub 5, based on the given class, or we need to find. So substitute the given value. So we have our k is equals to 5 and our n is 15. So we have 5 times 15 plus 1 over 10. So we have 5 times 16 over 10. So 5 times 16, we have 80 over 10. So the exact ang iyang value class, walay decimal. So 80 divided 10, we have 8. So that means we just need to identify the 8 data that is the fifth decile, or the d sub 5. So we have here 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have our d sub 5, or our fifth decile, is 16. Next, we need to find the d sub 7. Substitute the given value. So we have 7 times 15 plus 1 over 10. So 7 times 16, that is 112, divided by 10, we have 11.2. So since d sub 7 falls in the rounding down class, so the computed value is 11.2, becomes 11 after rounding down. So find the d sub 7 value of the data set. Since d sub 7 is the 11th data, so identify the 11th data: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So our d sub 7 is equals to 23. Next, in linear interpolation class, why do we need to use the linear interpolation? So we use the linear interpolation class to know the exact value of the position in decimal point. Now in the Mendelholm method class, there are rules, certain rules in rounding up and rounding down. In linear interpolation class, we can identify the exact value of the decimal, or the decimal of the nth class value of the decimal of the given position. So we have here procedure in using linear interpolation. Step number 1, we need to arrange the scores or the data in ascending order. Step number 2, we need to locate the position of the scores in the distribution using d sub k is equals to k times n plus 1 over 10. And then step number 3, if the result is in decimal number, proceed to the linear interpolation. If whole number lang siya class, you just need to locate the position. Step number 4, interpolate the value of the data set of the position of the score in the distribution. For example, class, in your step number 2, the answer is 3.5. So you will use this pattern. So the whole number is 3. That means the third data plus the decimal class, which is 0.5, times what are the datas in between 3.5 class, which is the fourth data minus the third data. Another example, we have 6.29. The whole number is 6. So that means the sixth data plus 0.29, that is your decimal, times what is the datas between 6.29, which is 7th data minus the 6th data. So let's have an example. The list shows the number of bottles of ubi jam sold in a day by 14 different vendors. We have 21, 18, 16, 10, 12, 15, 13, 8, 11, 16, 15, 16, 18, 20. Solve for the third decile, 7th decile, and the 8th decile. So let's solve for the third decile. So first, we need to arrange the data set in ascending order. So we have 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 15, 16, 16, 16, 18, 18, 20, 21. Next, we need to locate the position of the score in the distribution. So using d sub k is equals to k times n plus 1 over 10. Our k is 3 and our n is 14. So we have 3 times 14 plus 1 over 10. So 14 plus 1 is 15. So 3 times 15, we have 45. 45 divided 10 is 4.5. Step number 3, since the result is decimal number, proceed to the linear interpolation. So interpolate. Step number 4, interpolate the value of the obtained position of the score in the given distribution. So we have here the what are the datas in between 4.5? We have 4th and 5th data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4th and 5th data. So d sub 3, or the third decile, is equals to 4th data plus the decimal is 0.5 times 5th data minus 4th data. Okay, substitute the value. Our 4th data is 12. And then our 5th data is 13 here, diba? Minus the 4th data is 12. So 12 plus 0.5 times 13 minus 2, Using PEMDAS class, so you need to simplify first the parenthesis 1. 13 minus 12 is 1. 1 times 0.5, we have 0.5. So 12 times plus 0.5 is 12.5. Therefore, the value of your D sub 3 or your third decile is equal to 12.5. Next, let's find the D sub 6. D sub 6 siya diri D sub 7 pala class. Okay, let's change this one. D sub 7. So step number 1, no, we just need to arrange. No, we've already arranged the given data set. Let's proceed to step number 2. So the D sub 7, our K is equals to 7, our N is 14 since the total number of our data set is 14. So 7 times 14 plus 1 over 10. So 14 plus 1, we have 15. 7 times 15, we have 105. Divide 10, we have 10.5. Step number 3, since the result or our decimal number proceed to the linear interpolation. So step number 2, interpolate the value of to obtain the position of the scores in the given distribution. So what are the datas in between 10.5, which we have 10th and 11th data, which is 16 and 18. So our D sub 7 is equals to 10 man siya class, so 10th data plus the decimal is 0.5 times the 11th data minus the 10th data. Substitute class, the 10th data is 16 plus 0.5 times our 10th data, 11th data is 18 minus our 12th data is 16. So 18 minus 16, we have 2. 0.5 times 2, what is the half of 2? We have 1. So 16 plus 1, we have 17. Therefore, the value of our D sub 7 is equal to 17. Last one, we have solved for D sub 8. So we've already arranged the data set in the ascending order. So let's locate the position or the 8th decile. So we have here 8 times 14 plus 1 over 10. So 8 times 15, we have 120 over 10. So 120 divide 10 is 12 na. So dili man siya decimal class, since the result is the whole number. Locate the D sub 8 or the 8th decile class, which is the 12th data. So what is the 12th data? So we have 18. So therefore, the value of our D sub 8 is equal to 18. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for today. I hope that you've learned something out of this lesson. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your classmates and friends. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye.